welcome back. This is my YouTube channel, or FlossTube as we say around here. So my YouTube channel dedicated to everything. Stitching, sewing, maybe a bit crafty stuff thrown in there. I'm Sam. It's been a while, I know. I say this as far as all my videos, but here we go. It is what it is. So yes, that's a bit of an introduction. I'm trying to keep this one nice and short this time. Just mainly because the weather's so nice outside that I kind of want to go outside, but thought I had the motivation to do this today. Oh, that went blurry. Sorry, that's my bad. Come on, focus back. There we go. Yes, I must admit, I kept telling myself I would do this, and I get myself a bit stressed out and etc. But yeah, I'm back for an update. I know it's gonna be a while before I do my next one because of plans outside of the stitching sphere. But yes, I am Sam. This is my stitching space, shall we say, where I go by the name of Sewing Sam. Obviously on here, but also over on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, please feel free to give me a follow, have a look what I'm doing. I'll follow you back too. So yes, sorry, my top's not singing properly. Yes, so as I said at the start of the video, it's been a while. I saw it was January last time that I did a video, and we're now in April. I don't know about you guys, but for me at least, January was the longest month ever this year. I know it's always long, but this year it felt really, really long. And then February and March sprang by, and now we're here, which kind of scares me, but here we go. So while I haven't been necessarily updating my FlossTube, I have been doing a lot of sewing. I've also been watching a lot of other people's FlossTubes, and I just thought I would give a little shout out to 3 ladies that I've come across on FlossTube recently. 2 of them I have been following on Instagram for a little while, but one of them was completely new to me as well. So I thought maybe share the love a little bit, let people see what I've been watching. So my first shout out is to Peachy Stitcher. I've been following her for a while on Instagram, and then when I saw that she'd started FlossTube, I went and gave that a check out, and she's really good, so go and watch. The same comment goes for the next lady, so Sarah, Cross Stitch Sarah. I've been following Sarah for quite a few years now on Instagram, and then when she gave FlossTube a go, I've gone and checked out her videos too, and I love all the pieces she's doing, and it's really nice just to hear her talking about them as well. So yes, go and give Sarah a follow. And my next, because all good things come in threes, my last recommendation, so maybe your suggestion that maybe people go and watch, is also a woman called Sarah. She goes by the name Cross Stitch, sorry I have to look at my notes, Cross Stitch Mad Sarah on both FlossTube and Instagram. Sarah was completely new to me, but I loved her, and I'm going to need more of her videos. So Sarah, if you're watching this, please keep going. I know you've got obviously a very tight schedule with your work life, etc., but loved them. It was really nice to sit in with a cup of tea, and I was actually stitching when I was watching. It was just so nice. So yes, that's basically who I've stumbled across recently. I also watch regularly. I'm trying to think now. Who do I watch regularly? I watch Steph from Indie Stitches when she puts stuff up. I put Michelle, so from Michelle Bendy Stitchy, watch her a lot. Watch Pam and Steph. But yeah, it's just a case of whatever I feel like, how much time I have. If I've got more time, I put a longer FlossTube on. If I have less time, I put a shorter FlossTube on. Or I just pause it and go back to it another day. So yes, last time I know I did a whole whip parade and talked about, so I'm going back to my notes again, what I've been stitching, what my plans were. Now half the plans I probably said last time have gone thoroughly out the window, because I know I was mentioning that I would probably try and start maybe some stuff from the Hearts of Pam stuff. I haven't done that yet. What I found I've done this most recently is I'm not normally a monogamous stitcher, so I've got quite a few whips on the go. So whips are works in progress, just so if you're new to the world of stitching, there's a lot of anagrams. It's not an anagram. I can't even think of the word. Not even abbreviations. My brain has just it's gone blank. But you know what I mean. So WIP stands for Works in Progress. And I've had a lot of them. I would say I've probably got about 10 or so on the go at one time. I don't like to go too many because I get stressed out by that, but I like a bit of variety. But for whatever reason, since the last time I did a video, I have just become a bit of a monogamous stitcher, where I just seem to focus on one piece. And I mean, it's really good for progress, but I'm not touching other things either. So this is why I left it a bit longer, I must admit, before doing a video, because I only really had like one thing to show, which I'm sure is great, but I don't really think you guys want to hear me going on for quite some time about just one piece. And not obviously the anime though, for those of you who know, you know. Sorry, that was a bit of a nerd joke. So yes, I'm going to start with finishes. Now this piece, I started last year. I don't know exactly when I started last year. It did appear on my last WIP parade, and I think it has featured on my FlossTube before. Those of you who follow me on Instagram will have seen that I have finished this. I think I finished it last week. I think it was last weekend. This was from the Cotton and Twine subscription box, who had a guest designer last year with Little Dove Designs. And this is the piece that I have finished. So it's a very nice, bright, colourful. I think you can probably see why I managed to finish this. This is coming really nice in the camera. I like this. So yes, this was the piece that I've been working on quite a lot recently. I would say the last couple of weeks I was focusing on this because it's quite nice after work, because you could just do like a little bit here. You could maybe do the border because you didn't need to think as much, because if you zoom in a little bit and if it focuses, which is not going to want to, so let me just move myself out of the way. There we go. You can see it's quite a nice, I don't want to say simple because that sounds really patronising or belittling, so I'm just saying the whole thing. But for me, it was quite nice because it was not too much like say confetti, or you don't have to count too much. There are some personalizations in here, so let's not look too closely here. Again, for those of you who are new here, I never go wrong, I just personalize. But I'm really happy with this. And again, for those of you who aren't familiar, Cotton and Twine is a subscription box company, sister company I think of Historical Sampler. And every month they put together a subscription box where you get the materials, so you get the fabric, and they've now started doing linen, which is really exciting. They give you all the threads, pre-cut threads on their thread card with the symbols and the DMC name, and they give you plenty enough, I would say. I've got a lot of former Cotton and Twine threads in my stash that I haven't needed for the projects, or I haven't needed as much as they've given us, so I've got a lot of that in my stash still, which is really nice. But they give you this, they give you everything you need to finish the project, or a suggestion of how you can finish it and the things for that finish, along with a sweet treat, a tea bag, and then like a nice little gift thing. I think it's really good, personally, a really nice little good kit. So how they suggested to do this is to make this into a hanging banner. So I want to get some really nice colourful fabric to put on the back, because obviously you need to back the fabric. So I'm on the lookout for some really nice summery bright stuff, maybe to match this kind of colours. I'm thinking maybe like an orangey or a yellow. So when I get that, then I'm going to finish that in the banner format and then hang it up maybe in the summer in the house. I mean, I've spoken about this before, but on the wall behind where the camera is, I want to turn it, I'm staring at a blank wall basically, but I want to like have some cross-stitch stuff up there. I'm thinking this would be quite nice. So yes, that was my only finish, I would say, like full finish of FFO, for fully finished object, but it's not fully finished because it still needs like the hanging stuff done, but the stitching part of it is done, shall we say. So that's my first finish, well, my only finish, and I was really happy about that. So I would suggest now I move on to my whips. So whips, as I mentioned earlier, are works in progress. Sorry, I'm just moving something off my keyboard. The first piece I'm going to show you is one that has been on here quite a lot, and it's one that, again, I must admit I put down to do the other one, the one I just showed you. I became very obsessed with this, I would say, since the last FlossTube I did until I would say the start of mid-March, I would say. So about 6 weeks I was quite monotonously stitching on this. Let me just move a thread out of the way. And again, I was breaking this pattern up and doing sort of a page at a time, just because I found I was picking and doing loads of things but wasn't really making a lot of progress on the piece itself. So this is where, oh gosh, doesn't all fit in. Oh, you can tell I'm out of practice, huh? This is where we are. So as you can see, I think last time, let me just go back here, I was doing this bit. I had started, just for reference, with the middle and had done the flamingos and stuff and the branches going all the way up, and then I came across here and did the bird and did the borders and all those bits, and then I came along the bottom and finished the middle piece, and did the border here, and then I came and did this little corner section here. This was the last bit I've really fully finished, I would say, so this little section here. I put in the initials of myself and my husband, and then, yeah, sorry, there's a massive fold in the fabric and I don't like it. So yeah, that came up to here, and then I came into the middle section here to finish the wording, which obviously come up here, and then there's a top bit of the bird to come here. I've kind of stopped stitching it for the time being because I'm running out of this thread colour. I think it's DMT 933. I only have literally, I think, this amount, so if I just take the needle off the needle amount, so what's that, 30 centimetres, plus maybe like another 30 centimetres, so not a lot left, to do all the wording that's on the top here and all this top border, so all of to here, which, as I'm sure you can tell, I am quite a stingy stitcher and I do play thread chicken quite a lot. However, that's not going to do it. It's not going to finish it. So I need to put an order in to get some more thread. So for the time being, I kind of put it to one side, because I haven't put the order in yet. And once I get the order and I get the thread, then I'll probably try and finish this, because it's not too much. I mean, you can see it's not too much left to do at all. So I'm really happy with this piece. This is, there we go. The colours aren't really popping as much as they do in real life. They're quite bright and colourful. I've done all the called for, I haven't even said who this is by, I realise. This is by Lindy Stitches, so staff. I found this so relaxing to do and I've loved it. So this is my wedding sampler. I realise my brain is all over the place today, I apologise. Welcome to my world. I'm normally quite organised on this video, but not in real life, so this is an actual reflection on life. This is my wedding sampler. I would kind of like to get it done by our wedding anniversary, so not our first one, because that's been and gone, but by our wedding anniversary in October, which I mean, it's doable, right? I say this now because I linked and missed 2 months, but end of October I think should be okay. So it means I need to go put this order in for the thread. Yes. So yeah, once I've got the new thread, I will finish the wording, finish the border on the top, and then finish this last bit here, which, I mean, the birds are roughly the same size. It gives you an idea of how much I've got left to do. I've done most of his tail bit, I would say, but then I've still got all the body to go, which is going to be a bit of a challenge because, I mean, she was, I mean, you can tell, you can see all the focusing you have to do, but it's quite relaxing. So yes, just have to do that, and then that's that piece finished. And I mean, that will take him 2 years, I think, or just over 2 years to do, which I don't think is too long. I'm quite happy with that. So yes, that's Birds to the Bows by Lindy Stitches. My second whip, I started since the last video, and then I haven't really touched since, just because I became so obsessed with this other piece. It's not a slur at all on this pattern at all. Is also by Lindy Stitches. Again, I'm a bit of a fan. I do have quite a lot of stuff from Steph in my stash. Stuff from Steph in the stash. It's a tongue twister. I bought this pattern, I think around the time it came out actually, and I got the, I've done quite a lot on this, sorry, I've done more than I thought I had. It's, sorry, excuse the crinkle, I'm just going to take the pattern out of the, well, the picture of the pattern out of the wrapping is still in. It's this one, it's the Bury Me With My Needs, Bury Me With My Needle, which I think is quite nice. It's, a lot of it's stitched in silks as well, but let me just, I mean, I got everything from Steph, I must admit. Sorry, I'm just rolling this up a bit because it's quite a big bit of fabric. This is where I am. And now I thought I had only done a very little amount, but actually this is a lot more than I thought I had done. As you can see, it's just the middle bit here that I've done. I've started doing the skirt of the stitcher too, and the top bit here. This is DMC, but all of this, she says, pointing like this, but these is silk by Dinky Dyes. As you can see, I probably have totally miscalculated this bit of fabric and what I've done, but it's, and this isn't coming up really true to the colour. I'll see if I can get it to kind of, no it's not, it's coming up as on there as like quite a light colour. I don't know what it's going to show here, but here this sort of like, it's more deeper colour is more how this looks. Like you're seeing it's not really looking the same. It's quite a deep, I would say, sand colour. It's actually, sorry, I'm just looking at the tag. It's called Jack's Rum, and it's by Steph. I got it from Lindy Stitches, from Steph's, sorry, Lindy Stitches, Steph's store. It's a 32 count linen. Again, it's my favourite count. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how this is progressing actually. And I know I do this with all my floss tubes, that I look at stuff when I'm stitching and I'm going, oh, that'd be quite nice to stitch on. And I think this will be one of, I say one of the next things I stitch, but I don't know, because for reasons that will explain in a second, it's kind of not on my main list of things to stitch. So yeah, I started that in, I think, January as well, not long after the floss tube I did went up, because I had finished something and I wanted to put a new start out. So yeah, but I haven't done any new starts. This is my most recent new start, and yeah, as I said, it's stitched with silk, so I'll just get them out of my little bag to show you, which I mean I'm loving. So these are the Dinky Dye stitches, silks that I have. I must admit I had already got this Dinky Dye one. So this is the black coral one, which is obviously all the black stuff from another piece I had done. So I've just been using that, the older one for now before I use this one. But then there's these three new other gorgeous ones, and again the colours, it must be the way my camera is right now, aren't coming up as much, because this colour here isn't coming out as nice bluey. It's coming out here as blue, but it's actually more of a greeny turquoisey colour. So yes, that's what I started on most recently. So working on it obviously. Will it be finished this year? Probably not, but it might be, who knows. But yes, I've been thoroughly enjoying that one as well. The next whip I'm going to show you is, sorry, I'm just checking my whips on the pile over here, is the one I've actually been working on most recently. So after I finished the cotton and twine one and the banner, and I realised I didn't have enough thread for my sampler, I went through my whips and thought, what haven't I touched in a while? And actually it was a stitchy friend of mine who said, oh, I haven't seen this one in a while. And I thought, yeah, true, I haven't done that in a while. So this was a mystery box by Forbidden Fibre Co. last, I think it was last October. Yeah, it must have been last October. Murder mystery. So it was a clue, or as I would say, Cluedo one, where we got all the different, pieces over the course of, I think it was 13 days. So with I'll show you in a second. We got the floss and the piece of the pattern for that day, and then we could stitch it. Now I did okay for like the first, I would say, week. No, not week. Who am I kidding? The first couple of days, and then I just fell behind, and I kept going with it, I will say. And then I kind of didn't. And you would have seen this in my whip parade from the start of the year. So if you haven't checked that out, feel free to go and have a look, because I don't have a before picture. But this is where I am now. So I'm sorry, it's still on the Q-snap. So I'm now trying to think what I have done since I last saw you. And I honestly don't know. All the blues have definitely been added since I last saw you because I did them last weekend. Same with, I think, this purple. So this was, everything had, and it has a name of the floss in relation to Cluedo. So you have mustard, mustard. The purple was plum. I'm currently working on candlestick, which is this grey, so the second grey here on the wrench. And that is actually, bear with me, day 11. So I've only got 2 more days to do after this. One of them is green, as I'm sure you can tell. There's no Professor Green on here, or Reverend Green. I think it is Reverend Green, my bad. I think he's called Mr. Green on this. Sorry, I'm saying a lot too, I apologise. What I've decided to do for the time being is finish this grey, and I'm doing all the back stitching on the die here. I need to do some back stitching on the candlestick, I need to finish the dagger, I need to finish the revolver, and obviously you need to do the lead pipe. And then that's all of this grey colour done. Now I'm just opening up the pattern. I'm not going to show you the pattern because obviously that's not fair on Liam at Forbidden Fibre Co. Yeah, so it's in total I only have 470 stitches to do in this colour. Just to give you an idea, in the which blue was it? Which blue was it? It was, sorry, I realised you don't need to see the top of my head, but I'm just, this blue, so this nice variegated blue, so not this blue, but these blues, it was 372, so it's 100 more stitches than this, and that didn't take me too long. So I'm hoping to get that done maybe this afternoon after I finished here, and then I can start on the green this evening maybe. I know I probably won't get so much done tomorrow because I'm out all day, but then I've got one more colour and it's done. So just to show you what you get a nice little envelope. I'll show you the next one because it's this colour. So you've got a nice little envelope of the day. Obviously you open it up, and then you get obviously your pattern. I'm not going to show you, but you get your pattern over 4 bits of paper for the whole pattern, these, and then we got the flosses from Forbidden Fibre Co. And it says it's a clue on it because it was obviously us trying to play a game of Cluedo as we ran, based on the clues we had, and you could guess. Obviously it's been revealed who it was, what with what. But yes, so I've got still left Mr. Green, and that's 640 stitches. And then I think the last part, so I'm just gonna have a look because just to give you an idea of how close I really am to finishing this. So I can show you the last colour too, because why not? And the last colour is called Billiard Room, and that's 1,301 stitches, which is less than the white that's on here, and less than this like dark colour. So it's going to say Clue at the top, and there's going to be like grass on the door. But this is, so I'm very hyperactive today. This is Ballroom, which is a nice darker green variegation, which is quite nice. So I'm quite excited to finish this. I'm hoping to, I want to get it done before I start anything else, or before I move on to anything else, just because I'm so close to finishing it. I know if I put it away again, it's going to take ages for me to get back into it again. So yes, that is my current, sorry, I'm not trying to put everything away and move it nicely. It also came in a really nice bag, so I'll show you this, because it's also on my table, with a nice little zip pull. It's also quite cute. Again, those of you who've been here a while know I love Forbidden Fibre Co. I do a lot of their Leanne stuff. So yes, this was yet again another one. I've got quite a few things in my stash still ready for, so starting. So yes, my last piece I would say that I've touched since my last FlossTube, sorry, what was it, is from Frosted Pumpkin Stitch Room, and it's the Castle Homecoming style. Now I know it's not gonna, oh no, I have done way more on this than I thought I had. Jeez, okay, I don't think I've taken a picture from my Instagram. But then I also want to start this again because this is super cute, and I've nearly finished one part. We'll see. It's either going to be the Cluedo one, or it's going to be this one that gets touched next. But this is where I am. So, as you know, this is now finished. I know I never was on caught up with this. I started a couple of months after, for various reasons. But what I have done most recently is this bit at the top, sort of this grass, and the nice jousting, and the banner of the night here, I need to do another banner here, and then I need to do some logs on a fire here, and I think that's everything for this part. I could be wrong, but I need to finish those two, I see. I haven't put the jousts in. But I think that's everything for this part then done. Yes, so I think I might start this and continue this actually in a minute, because this is quite a fun little stitch. Why am I so blurry? Hello, come on, thank you. So yes, this is the piece that, as I said, I'll show you again. So we started with Merlin, then the knight coming in here, then we didn't start with Merlin and the knight here, we started Merlin, the jester and the knight, and then we had Merlin added afterwards, along with the Loch Ness monster, and then the dragon, and we put the turret in. I think the turret going in maybe was the last thing that I did. Like maybe this is what you saw last time, I don't remember. But yes, we did stitch a lot of grass at the top. Sorry, let me just flick the threads away. We stitched a lot of grass at the top here. So yes, this is what I've been working on in that regard. And I must admit, this is such a fun little stitch. So maybe I will do this one rather than, I don't know. The problems, but I know I show this every time, but I love this little guy. I'm really tempted just to stitch him separately and put him on something, because I think he's so cute. But once that's done, I think I'm going to definitely get that framed and put it in somewhere cutely. So yes, that is everything I've been working on. I only have a little bit of haul to show you, and it's basically I joined finally a Fabric of the Month club. So I've been buying every so often pieces from the Etsy store of, now I can't think of her name, this is gonna, I think it's Melanie, could be wrong, and I'm sorry if that's the wrong name, who's the owner of Tommy Lily Creations. I love the fabrics that she does. She hand dyes them herself. She also does threads. I think she does wool related stuff too. I could be wrong again there though, so if I am, and I finally, I don't know why it's taking me so long, but I joined her Fabric of the Month club. And this was the first piece that we have had shipped. And again, of course, this isn't coming out to true life. It's a green colour, which on the screen I can see here, it doesn't look as vibrant and vivid. But in real life, it is literally a beautiful lime green. And it's quite a big cut as well. So you can get either a couple of smalls on there or a bigger piece. So I'm still trying to work out exactly what goes on there. I've bought some patterns, or had some patterns from Mama Witch Cross Stitch, which I'm considering maybe putting on there. Or I'm trying to work out how to put them on a darker bit of fabric, I don't know. But yes, this was, tragically, I think the only bit of haul, the only bit of haul I've really had, because I'm trying not to spend too much money on cross-stitch related things. But I have caved and resubscribed to Cotton and Twine this month, because Faye from Little Love Designs has guest designed again, and it's a super cute pattern. And I think I'm also, this is now kind of shifting into plans, I think I'm also going to join the SAO, so Stitch Along, that historical sampler have also announced, because that's been done by Stitch Rovia, and I love everything that Emma Cogden does. So I'm hoping that I can start that, maybe do that, I don't know. Because I realised this year, it's the first year since 2020 that I haven't had, sorry that just went black, that I haven't had a SAO. So I'm trying to work out, do I do one or do I just do my own thing this year? But yeah, we'll see. The next couple of weeks are super busy. I say super busy. We've got plans all weekends, and I know work's getting busier, so I might not have much time to stitch. So I'm trying to be kind to myself and just stitching on, not putting any pressure on, trying to get through the stuff I have, start things I've got prepped ready to start, and sort of that type of thing. But we'll see. We'll see what the next couple of weeks bring. Obviously, when I've got some stuff to show you, sort of like a couple of pieces done, I'll jump on and do another FlossTube when I have time. I mean, this is a shorter one for me. We're coming up to what, half an hour now, so 30 minutes, which for me is quite short. But I just didn't have too much to show, but I thought I'd come on and say hi. As I said at the start of the video, I'm a bit more active on Instagram, sort of updating with what I'm doing, like what I'm stitching on, the progress of what I'm stitching on. So if you want more up-to-dates, more regular up-to-dates than once every 3 or 4 months, then please come over, say hi. If not, I'll see you when I get around to doing another one of these. Enjoy your stitching and see you next time. Bye.